The 69th running of the Monte, 3 days and almost 400 kilometres of the most unpredictable stages in rallying. First up, 6 stages near Saint-André-des-Alpes, 145 kilometres and thousands of heart-stopping corners. But before dawn and before any action, the teams had a 2-hour drive into the Alps. As world champion wearing number 1 for the first time, Markus Grönholm was first off the ramp outside the Monte Carlo casino. But within sight of the snow on the Alps, the first retirement from the rally. Estonia's Marko Martin didn't even make it to stage 1. Electrical failure stranding his Subaru in the middle of the road. Throughout testing in the weeks over Christmas, the stages were bone dry. Not now. Heavy snow has been falling all week. In theory, perfect conditions for Finland's Markus Grönholm. Carlos Sainz has won here 3 times in all sorts of conditions. Even though Colin McRae is regarded as the fastest driver in the world, he's never got to grips with the Monte. First on the road was not good news for Grönholm. A base of ice and a surface of slush left him clearing the road for the cars behind. On stage 1, he was only 11th fastest. But by stage 2, he had bigger worries. The Peugeot was overheating, and badly.
Joo. Vedenlämmöt 130, ota boosti pois.
Otin jo. Mä tunsin ylämäkeen, et se ei kulje.
No such problems for the other Peugeots. Didier Auriol was second fastest on stage 1 and was leading after stage 2. Gilles Panizzi was 5th after stage 2, slowed after whacking the back of his car and bending the axle. Richard Burns lost over a minute on the first 52 kilometres. Bad tyre choice and not enough aggression, or so he said.
Fast left, minus long 40, slow medium right 50, medium left and medium left 40, medium right tightens to flat right 20, easy left in tightens.
Petter Solberg, though, was bursting with aggression. He was 3rd overall. Like Grönholm and Burns, the Fords were suffering by running through the thick snow and slush. Sainz was out of the top 10 on both the first 2 stages. Colin McRae was coping a bit better. He was 8th after stage 2. His co-driver is Nicky Grist.
And 4 left. And right, don't cut, in 4 left minus, into 4 right minus line, don't cut. 30, 4 right opens, long.
Feathering the throttle, fighting for grip. Tommy Mäkinen was 7th overall after stage 2, but a puncture prevented him from climbing any higher. The surprise of the first morning, the speed of the new Skoda Octavia driven by Armin Schwartz. He was 5th on stage 1 and 6th overall after stage 2. Not so fast, though, his teammate Bruno Thierry. Hyundai signed Piero Liatti over the winter, and the Italian was 4th quickest on stage 1 before retiring with engine problems before the start of stage 2. Alistair McRae was also charging in the other Hyundai. The Scot was 10th on stage 1. Passed up by Ford for Francois Delacour in the off-season musical chairs, Finland's Tony Gardemeister grabbed a chance to drive a private Peugeot in Monte Carlo. He was quickest on the first stage, but a puncture then slowed him on stage 2. Somehow Markus Grönholm made it to the end of stage 2, but his Peugeot was in bad shape.
water temperature, all the lights.
Marcus, a disappointing end to the rally for you, and very early.
Yes, well, what can we do? We had a problem with the water pump in the engine and it's finito now.
How did that show itself, manifest itself when you were driving, the problem with the water pump?
Yeah, it was on the stage 2, maybe after 15 kilometers I start to feel some noise and it was not so powerful the engine, and then water temperature came up to 140 and all the lights were flashing, and we have to stop for 7 minutes to check, but I couldn't find anything, so I decided to go to the end of the stage, but we cannot fix it here now, it's impossible.
Richard, it's not been going quite to plan this morning.
No, not great. The first stage, I think I went a bit too steady with the tyre, and well, I lost quite a bit of time. But it's Monte Carlo, and these things can happen. The second stage was okay. We had a little problem with the rear suspension, causing quite a lot of oversteer, but at least we're still going.
Tommy, how have the first 2 stages been this morning for you?
All right, no problems. Just one little minor, we hit the right front to the swampy rock, and so luckily nothing bigger broke. It was just a little bit bend and maybe puncture, that's all.
Colin, how have the first 2 stages gone this morning?
Yeah, reasonably well. No problems. Quite straightforward.
Happy with the tyre choice?
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult in these conditions, but it was the same as everyone else, so we weren't wrong.
It wasn't only the big names who benefited from running low down the order. Gianluigi Galli set fastest time on stage 2, but was then penalised for checking in at the wrong time at a checkpoint. Also in amongst the big boys, Swiss driver Oliver Barry. A topsy-turvy leaderboard then after stage 2. Peugeot novice Oriol leading from that unknown Olivier Barry. Third Petter Solberg, fourth Hermann Gassner, fifth Gilles Panizzi and sixth Schwartz.